Let's talk about blacklists. I've asked you about it before.
That's a good TV show.
It is. James Spader. He's an OG. Is there a blacklist for contractors? And your answer was something along the lines of, I've heard that there might be.
Oh, I've had contractors tell me that they've been blacklisted. Why? Because they make the insurance companies do the right thing.
Right. And so
because they write comprehensive estimates that account for everything, and their estimates are done to construction best practices. Who do you think you are to write up a comprehensive estimate done to construction best practices? Don't you know that 80 to 85%, maybe 90% of the contractors out there will do substandard construction? Who do you think you are to do such a thing? If you're going to actually require that we pay for construction best practices, we're gonna blacklist you. They don't go after the guys that do substandard construction.
No.
What's in the they go after the guys that are doing it right.
Yeah, I think you even said in our communication about that, hey, I'd put it to you this way. If you haven't been blacklisted or you're not on a blacklist, you're probably not doing your job if you're really a policyholder advocate, a client advocate. I mean, that seems like it's pretty basic.
Yep.
So policyholders are also afraid of the same thing. Mm-hmm. If I join
That's
with you,
why you have to educate them.
Am I going to get blacklisted if I hold my carrier's feet to the fire and not be able to get coverage in the future?
That's the reason why they need to read the last page on their policy so they understand under what circumstances the carrier can retaliate. So they're afraid that the carrier is going to retaliate against them, aren't they? Okay, so have them read the last page of the policy. So, Mrs. Jones, under what circumstances, now you've read this, the 2 paragraphs here, under what circumstances can the carrier retaliate against you? I mean, you read the contract. It's a binding contract.
Yeah.
So how can they cancel you, Mrs. Jones, if I don't make my payment? Then make your payments.
Right.
How can they not renew you, Mrs. Jones? An increase in risk that's within my control, and I didn't tell the agent so they could raise my premium. Then don't do that.
Yeah.
Then if there's an increase in risk, then communicate to your agent so they can increase the premiums, and you pay the penny or whatever it is, the couple pennies that it costs extra. And guess what? They can't cancel or non-renew you. They can't retaliate. In fact, you should beg them to do so that you can sue their butts and get treble damages. They can't do that. They have a contractual obligation to you. It's right there in black and white in the contract.
So there really needs to be clarity on behalf of the contractor about what they're there to do.
Correct.
If I'm there to serve the client and they are my focus and I've told them that my loyalty is to them and to the quality, then I shouldn't even be fazed by any peripheral fear of I might go on a blacklist, be targeted by carriers.
As a contractor? Whether you're not doing it right if you're not.
Well, yeah, have an SIU assigned.
Then knock yourself out.
Knock
yourself
jammed
out.
up. Because if I say on my scope sheet, on my lump sum scope sheet, I'm going to do all this, and I do all of that.
Please accuse me of insurance fraud and manufacturing.
Come look at what we've done.
Please accuse me of that.
Right.
Please accuse me of manufacturing damage. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to sue you for defamation of character so fast and make your head spin.
Yeah. Yeah, so the blacklist argument is really an argument made by people who are trying to play both sides. And really, you got to pick a direction.
It's fear-mongering. It's fear-mongering on the carrier side. And it's us believing their propaganda. Why would you believe such a thing? You know why I'm blacklisted, Mrs. Jones? Oh, I am. Be proud of it. So you know what? I'm blacklisted.
Absolutely.
Would you like to know why I'm blacklisted by State Farm? Because I make them do the right thing and fulfill their promises and pay for construction best practices instead of crap workmanship. I will not do that to people. And because of that, they don't like me. Because they like the contractors who do crap work. And I simply will not do that to people. So you have to decide what you want, Mrs. Jones.
Yep.
If you want to go down the easy road and get substandard construction, knock yourself out. Mm-hmm. We're not a fit.
Yep.
But if you want what you paid for and you want the carrier to fulfill their promises to you, and you want construction best practices, then I'm your man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a deal. Absolutely.
And there's your close. I mean, so if you're blacklisted, lead off with that.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm proud of the fact that I'm blacklisted. That means I'm doing it right.
Yes. Let's move on.
I mean, why? I mean, how do you handle objections? I mean, every salesman is taught this. You handle the objection before it ever comes up.
Yes.
So you bring it up.
Yeah. Yes. Telling on yourself.
That's
That's
right.
something you've mentioned.
You tell on yourself.
Many times. It's a really good way to endear yourself and to earn trust. I'm going to tell you some cold, hard things that aren't easy, but we're going to talk about it because my goal is to make sure that you're fully restored, fully indemnified. That's why I'm here. So that makes sense. Let's stop that one, Ryan.